What's not to like? The sun's out, my licence with the R44 rating attached arrived in the post from the authority yesterday, so I'm going for my first ever solo trip in an R44 today in the sunshine from Leicester. Join me on board.
Runway News 28, right hand for fixed wing, left hand for rotary, QFE 1014, QNH 1031.
Runway News 28, left hand circuit for rotary, QFE 1014, QNH 1031, also readability 5, heli centre 45.
Hello and welcome to the cockpit and another edition of Rory on Air. I'll take you through the checks in full on another video, but here's one of the key differences between the Cadbury and the R44, the addition of hydraulic assistance, which must of course be tested for correct function.
Hydraulic system check, so we get a disc move in both directions, hydraulic system switched off, and the disc still moves but it's heavy, and then we put the hydraulics back on and everything functions as normal again. So navigation lights go on, landing lights going on, warning lights are all extinguished, we've got warm temperature. Okay, friction's off, so we just raise the collective off the stop, and we get the horn.
While I'm just about ready to lift for my first solo flight in this new type of aircraft, along with plenty of excitement, I have to admit I'm feeling a little bit nervous too. I can see my instructor watching from a safe distance, so I'm even more determined not to mess this up.
Heli centre 45, lifting and taxiing to the H. So we're going to be very light with me on my own. Just like that light. Okay, warning lights are all out, temperatures and pressures are in the green, we're clear to come aft and left. That's clear.
Got a 4 kilo downwind, contact 1 ahead.
Good morning, Leicester radio, this is Heli centre 26, requesting airfield information and radio check.
Good morning, runway News 28, right hand fixed wing, left hand rotary, QFE 1014, QNH 1031.
Okay, nobody visual that way, we've got one fixed wing on base leg.
My plan today is to go off for some general handling to the east of the Leicester zone, but there's one thing I want to get right before I set off.
We'll do a landing here just to practice that, because that takeoff was a little bit busy Lizzie.
What I'm actually trying to say is that I felt the takeoff was a tad quick, and that because I'm so light today I didn't quite nail the two-stage takeoff, so I'm going to have another go over here on the grass.
Okay, clear all around still, let's lift again. So very gentle, a little bit of left foot. That was better, Rory.
In anti-clockwise rotor helicopters, it's a good idea to turn left if you have a choice. This is because the torque reaction wants to turn the aircraft's fuselage to the right, so by using the left power pedal to initiate the turn, you know you'll definitely be able to stop it. However, with just me on board, I have plenty of power in hand today, and in a hangover from my fixed wing training, I prefer to turn towards the active runway.
Heli centre 45, ready for departure.
Surface wind light variable.
Taking off runway 28, circuit left, heli centre 45. Left before that school, clear to the left. Heli centre 45 downwind. Well, this is very different. Fabulously exciting, although I was pretty nervous, I'll be honest.
Downwind 28, right hand, contact 1 ahead.
Heli centre 45 departing the zone to the east and climbing to altitude 2,200 feet.
I'll be able to take passengers in the R44 in the next week or two, which is really exciting. However, before I do that, I wanted to fly by myself to consolidate some of what I've been taught and just to get a feel for the aircraft without any other distractions, introduced by having other people aboard. I did the same thing when I got my microlight licence in 2017 and when I got the CPL and Cabri rating just a few months ago. I'm not going far today, but while the aircraft's so new to me, I think a solo trip like this is a sensible thing to do.
Okay, 70 knots climb, 500 feet a minute there. We're going to go for the water. Fuel, we have about an hour and a half, maybe just under 2 hours of fuel. Engine T's and P's are all in the green. We've got no lights. DI's aligned with the compass. We're 2,000 feet on the QNH and climbing. We're outside the zone. That's Bilston. That's the water where we're heading for, Rutland Water.
Heli Centre 45 is 1 mile to the east of Bilston, changing to East Midlands radar on 134.180. East Midlands radar, good morning. Heli Centre 45, request basic service.
Heli Centre 45, East Midlands radar. Remain outside controlled airspace, basic service, pass your message.
Remain outside controlled airspace, basic service. Heli Centre 45 is an R44 helicopter, 1 person on board from Leicester to Leicester on a local flight operating to the east of the airfield. We'd request basic service.
Heli Centre 45, basic service it is, East Mid QNH 1033, squawk 4571.
Squawk 4571, QNH 1033, Heli Centre 45.
And Heli Centre 45, be advised, Saltby and Langer both active. Syeston is as well, but I'm not sure you'll be going that far north.
Roger, Heli Centre 45.
4571 033.
Not my slickest radio call ever. I can tell that my capacity's reduced flying this new type of aircraft, and I fumbled typing in the transponder code as well. In this aircraft it's a touchscreen unit down at the bottom of the console behind the cyclic stick. It's a little bit more awkward than the tactile real button units which are installed in the Cabris.
Right, fuel is a bit more difficult to read in this aircraft. 23 gallons in the main tank, about 13, so 36 it says, but I came back with 33, so it can't be that much. It burns about 16 gallons an hour, this aircraft. That's what we work off, and we must land with an 8-gallon reserve. So we'll keep an eye on that. We're flying with the ball in the middle. We're about 1,300 feet, about 100 knots. Just coming up to the water here, staying outside the mats.
Station broadcast, new QNH 1032.
Right, we'll go over and have a look at the middle of this island. Do an anti-clockwise lap round the island.
Helicopter Golf Delta Echo November Yankee, request basic service.
Well, isn't it a lovely day? Absolutely fantastic. Just lovely. Absolutely gorgeous.
That's Hambleton Hall you can see down there. Amongst other delights, it has a helipad. Definitely one of the places I'd like to visit.
Right, we've been in the air for about, we've been rotors running for about 20 minutes, airborne for about 15. I haven't got the GPS with me today because there wasn't any available, but I have got my iPhone just in case I want to orientate myself. 2 aircraft dead ahead now, visual. Wonder what they are. They look like might be helicopters. Now if we pick a good green area over there, I could do some steep turns. Orientating ourselves, we've got the antenna which we're visual. That's good distance away. So height is sufficient to do some steep turns. We'll come up a bit to 2,000 feet. There's another aircraft up ahead. That might be at Langer. And we'll do a clearing turn round behind us to have a look.
A2's radar at Juggernaut for AZ Transit Basic Service.
Juggernaut, East Midlands, remain outside control.
Area's clear.
Service, squawk 4553.
Security, we've got no loose items. Engine T's and P's are in the green, no lights, no captions. And
4553.
we clear a cloud.
Airspace and Roger, Juggernaut.
Okay, there's 2,000 feet. We'll have the speed back. And we're clear to the left.
Foxtrot, you're identified 15 south. Traffic service reduced from all around. May not see non-transponding aircraft in your area due poor radar performance. Keep a good lookout.
Thank you. Reduced traffic service.
Ball in the middle.
Golf Foxtrot, Foxtrot. You can transit East Midlands controlled airspace, not above altitude 4,000 feet, on track to your private site in the Humberside. QNH 1032.
Thank you. Golf Echo Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Clear to transit VFR. Direct track on site. Not above 4,000. 1032.
Golf Foxtrot, Foxtrot, read back correct. Juggernaut, sorry, pass your message.
No flight.
Juggernaut is a 2-ship Apache helicopters, 2 on board each. VFR from Watersham to Manchester Barton. We're at 1,700 feet on 1029 and heading to 70, looking to zone transit, Markfield, Trowell, and a basic service.
Juggernaut, you can transit East Midlands controlled airspace via the Shep Shed Long Eaton Lane, not above altitude 2,000 feet, east of the M1. QNH 1032, VFR.
And the Shep Shed Long Eaton Lane, east of the motorway 1032, set VFR, Juggernaut.
Juggernaut, read back correct. So just to confirm, you said it's 2, there's 2 Apaches, correct?
2 Apaches, both on board.
Thank you.
Well, I'll tell you what, the fact that we're now, everyone's allowed to fly with passengers again as of yesterday, coupled with the fact that the weather is lovely, has meant that the skies are very busy. I've seen several aircraft. I'm keeping a good lookout. I'm looking at the TCAS down here as well. Coming up towards Melton Mowbray, and then we'll head back towards Leicester. We'll do a couple of circuits.
Romeo Alpha, Delta India request basic service.
There's a freight train down there.
Alpha, Delta India, East Midlands radar. Remain outside controlled airspace. Basic service, just stand by. I'll call you back.
So it's busy. But yeah, just wanted to go out and kind of get a feel for this on my own. See how different she feels on your own. And also just to be able to fly today, because it's just such a lovely day.
Heli Centre 45, changing to Leicester, radio 122.130.
Heli Centre 45, Roger, squawk 7,000. Looks like the circuit is active with 1. Bye-bye.
Squawk 7,000, thank you, Heli Centre 45.
Okay, we're squawking 7,000, we're on 122.130.
Leicester radio, Heli Centre 45, request join.
Heli Centre 45, Leicester radio, runway needs 28, left hand side, keep for rotary, QFE 1014.
Runway 28, circuit left hand for rotary, QFE 1014, Heli Centre 45.
Right, I can't see any other traffic.
Heli Centre 45 is about a mile outside the zone to the east. We're going to enter and join straight in for runway 28.
Pre-landing checks are now complete and I'm established on final approach for runway 28 grass.
45 knots, 200 feet, descent rate's good.
Golf Echo November on final runway 28, touch and go. Heli Centre 27, ready for departure.
Between light and variable.
Okay, we've got one there, tail clear my side.
Heli Centre 27, taking off, 28 left hand second.
With the Cabri safely away, I have a quick check behind to make sure nothing's coming before heading off myself for a circuit.
Ellington 45 taking off, second left from runway 28 grass, visual company traffic.
What an absolutely beautiful day to be out flying. In a moment I practice a double-angled approach to the H, a technique used for safely getting into a confined area with high obstacles around the landing site. If you're enjoying this video, then please do hit the like button and subscribe to Rory on Air for future videos.
Ellington 45, final for the H.
Service wind line variable.
Golf Echo November on final runway 28, touch and go.
Normally
And we're visual with him. Load of birds there, hope they clear off, thank you very much.
Although I'm flying a slightly steeper approach than normal this time, it's still a good example here of how the profiles vary between fixed wing and helicopters. This change of sight picture on final is one of the differences between fixed and rotary flying, which I found particularly hard to get used to when I started helicopter training.
Golf X-ray Alpha, final, contact 1 ahead. Golf Echo November going around. Honey Center 26, downwind at 28 left hand.
The double-angled approach pretty much does what it says on the tin. You come in at a relatively normal angle to an imaginary point above the near side of the landing site, then descend down at a steeper angle having cleared the surrounding obstacles. As this is an airfield, there are no obstacles, so to help your imagination, here's a very helpful graphic I've borrowed from a European helicopter safety team document. There's a link in the description if you'd like to have a look at it. To be honest, this approach actually ends up becoming more like a vertical approach because I couldn't quite decide where my imaginary trees were.
Ellington 45, taxi depart.
Well, that's this sortie almost done and dusted. Now I just need to grease the landing, which is being filmed by my pal Connor from the corner of the hangar.
Golf Echo November, downwind runway 28, touch and go.
Officer Alpha, climb away.
Not my best work.
Well, that was absolutely tremendous fun. I've got to be honest, I was quite nervous getting that aircraft started up and just heading off initially because, as I say, it's my first go in it solo, and you know, it's a big responsibility flying any aircraft, but particularly when I've only logged about 18 or so hours in it. So it's, you know, it's quite a lot of things to think about, but it went well, fortunately. The weather is absolutely gorgeous today. As you can see, I'm in shirt sleeves, and the windsock is fairly flaccid behind me. What I did notice though is that my capacity for even just talking myself through what I'm doing was considerably limited in comparison to what it normally is, and I can only put that down to a combination of sort of nerves and not being as comfortable with this aircraft as I am with the Cabri or the Eurostar or the Icarus, for instance. So a really interesting experience. Nice to ride solo in the 44, and I'm very excited about all the trips I'm going to be able to do in her with Lizzie and various other passengers and stuff like that. So lots more interesting things to come. Thank you very much for watching. Please do excuse the absolutely appalling haircut, which I'm hopefully going to fix in the next week or so now that lockdown's been released. And yeah, we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, all that stuff. You know what to do. And we'll catch you in the air next time.
Cool. Right, well I'm going to get out of here before I get any more sunburnt than I probably already am.